Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to Astral Luck. Today I'm going to talk about a very peculiar thing. I spoke about this last year also, and some of you followed this ritual that I spoke about it when it was necessary last year, and you gave me very positive feedback in personal emails, and some of you wrote a very generic feedback on the YouTube video. But overall, the feedback was so overwhelming that I want to do this again. And I promised last time that I will definitely come back next year during this time and inform you about this ritual again. So, what is it all about? It is about connecting with your ancestors. According to Vedic principles, uh, or the Hindu principles, you may call whatever you like. I prefer to call it the Vedic system. There is a 15-day window where the ancestors are very close to earth and they can have access with you. So you can connect with them, take their blessings, and you can also uh, try to connect with the ancestors who are still stuck somewhere in between the earth and the final destination. You can help them to move on. So, how do you do that? These are the few things that we'll discuss. But definitely, first, let's talk about ancestors itself. So, your family members who passes away from earth to a different dimension, those are the people who come under the category of ancestors, and some of them easily pass away to the dimension, and some, because of various reasons, they cannot find their way and they're stuck in between. So these are two distinctions of your ancestors. So the first one is, let's call them the satisfied ancestors, and the second one is the unsatisfied ancestors. So during this 15-day window, what we do is that we pray to the satisfied ancestors to show us the path to live our life beautifully, to live our life meaningfully, and to live our life in a way that we can have an easy transition for us whenever the time is right. And we don't speculate on the time, but we just pray that whenever the time is right, we just pass on to the other dimension very easily without any effort. So that is the prayer that we pray to the satisfied ancestors. But there are a whole lot of unsatisfied ancestors, and there can be various reasons: untimely deaths, they might have done something wrong to somebody else, and they are repenting and they want to use you to set few things right. So they constantly channel and we don't understand. So, one of the ways for us to pacify them during this 15 days is to offer them food and water because they are starving, they don't have energy. If you give them that energy, they might as well connect with the right people with whom they have to fulfill the karma, and then they will finish that karma and move on, and they will let you live your life freely. So that's the whole reason that you should connect with those ancestors who are unsatisfied right now and help them to move on to their destination. So you can give them some energy by offering them some water, by offering them some food. Last year, I made a video called Connecting with Ancestors and uh, offering them water. Offering them water is called tarpan in Sanskrit. So I demonstrated the complete process there, and I mentioned how to do that. And I mentioned some dates there. So those dates were for last year. This year, the dates is from today, 10th September to 25th of September. So these are the 15 days for this year. So if you want to offer them water the way I showed on that video, you can please do that. And I'll link the video in the I button here on the top, and also leave the link in the description. So you can find that video if you're new to this kind of concept. And if you did not try, or you missed this video last year, if you want to try it this year, please, please, please go ahead. The second thing, in that video, I do not talk about offering food, because it is little difficult for us to offer food if we are in the Western world, like me, where I live right now. I definitely don't have that option. So what traditionally has been done, so depending, I'm just going to describe it. If you have that kind of option, please go ahead and offer food to your ancestors. But if not, definitely offer water. Offering water is very important. And then there is a third way also, and I'm going to describe that also right now. But let's start with food. So the you know certain ancestors in your life, like your grandparents, they liked a certain kind of food. You know what they liked a lot. You can cook that food and offer it to crows. And how do you offer that to crows? You go and uh, leave it somewhere in the open space where crows might find that food and eat that food. Crows are the direct connection between us and the ancestors in the Vedic system. So during these days, it is quite common to find people leaving food in the open space where they hope that crows or some kind of animals will come and eat it. Even because crows are the direct connection, but then if crow doesn't find it and some other animal eats it, still you are offering it to your ancestors, because the ancestors might have taken a different uh, form to come and take that energy from you to fulfill their desires. So that is one way. Uh, uh, Usually the food is vegetarian, not non-veg, but sometimes in like in Indian context, vegetarian food is quite common, but otherwise, I don't want to push that concept of vegetarianism in this dimension, because you are trying to send energy, and which is easily acceptable to your ancestor. And if you know a particular ancestor liked something, you should cook that. And sometimes it happens that you have an intention in the night, that morning I'm going to cook this and offer it to crows or some animals, and you sleep. In your dream, you dream about a certain very different kind of food. You might just change your plan and cook whatever you have dreamed and offer that to animals, especially if it is possible, offer it to crows, but otherwise you can offer it to any animal that is accessible. But like I said, in Western world it is little difficult, so I limit myself to offering waters. And then one of the days when I'm comfortable, I offer food to few friends around me that I either dream of or I feel like eating that day. Because sometimes it happens to me that, because my psychic capabilities are a little higher, it happens to me that I want to eat this. There's a strong desire that I want to eat this. So what I do is that I just cook that, offer it to few friends first, and then eat it, thinking that maybe my ancestors can connect with different people in my surrounding, and they can take that energy forward. So that's how I do that. The third way of offering energy to ancestors is to do charity on their behalf. So donate food to people who cannot afford to buy food. Donate some clothes to people who cannot buy clothes. Or offer some physical help to people who really cannot afford to have those kind of things. So, but then the charity doesn't have to be yours. You always do it with an intention that this charity is on behalf of my ancestors, and you don't go out and mention to any other person that I did this charity, because charity is always confidential. Whatever the amount may be as small as $2 to $3 to as big as thousands of dollars, depending on what is your capability and how you can manage it. So do that kind of charity during these 15 days, and it would be very beneficial for you. So remember, offering water every day, which is easy. You can almost do it every day. Follow the video, which is linked above in the I button or in the description box, and try to offer food to animals if you can, or to friends if you can, but don't take pressure of this. But the third aspect is quite easy. Try to do some charity on behalf of your ancestors, and that would also help you. So the benefits of all of this is quite easy, that you can see in your life. The benefits of offering this is that you transfer positive energy to your ancestors, to both kind of ancestors, who are satisfied ancestors and the other kind of ancestors who are under stress. Satisfied ancestors may return the favor by blessing you with lot of luck, with lot of prosperity, and everything, fulfilling your wishes. And offering these kind of things to unsatisfied ancestors will lift off lot of burden from your shoulders, because they always come back to their own descendants, they come back to their own people in their family tree, that help me to get out of this, help me to move forward in my journey. So you would remove those kind of stress points in your life, and you'll see that your life will navigate little more freely in future. So try to keep doing that every year. So like this year, the dates are from 10th September to 25th September. I'll come back every year and give you the dates, because the dates are calculated based on the transit of the moon. So I'll keep doing that. So follow that link below in the description box, and don't follow the dates in that video, because that was only for previous year, and this year the dates are 10th September to 25th September. I hope you will use this information for your benefit, and do let me know if you do that, uh, in whichever three forms you are doing, and let me know how it worked out for you in future months, because you'll start seeing the results in future months. So come back and leave your comments. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye bye and namaste.